Welcome to the Stark Reflections on Writing and Publishing podcast. There has never been a better time for writers. More information, options, and opportunities are available to you, but navigating these requires insight. Join Mark Leslie Lefebvre as he draws upon more than a quarter century of experience as a writer, a bookseller, and a trusted book industry consultant to explore and reflect on the writing and publishing landscape to help you make informed choices on your writer journey.
Hello, Reflectors, and welcome to the latest episode of the Stark Reflections podcast. This is your host, Mark Leslie Lefebvre. I'm recording this from the resort, the Cheyenne Mountain Resort in Colorado Springs. We've just concluded day Friday of Superstars Writing Seminars. And as always, it has been an absolutely phenomenal week. And this is going to be a relatively brief episode because I do not want to miss a week because I want to relay some things to you about what I'm feeling. I know there's still another full day of love and sharing and learning and encouragement and inspiration, but I wanted to share how I'm feeling right now before I'm about to go to a banquet dinner and hang out with some amazing writers. And I've been hanging out with some amazing writers and industry people since, I guess, when I got into town earlier this week, and the conference officially kick-started on Wednesday. James Owen just finished a most remarkable, inspiring speech, The Grand Design. And in it, he talked about the signals that we get and the signals that sometimes connect. And I'm going to point you to links where you can check out the book of the same name and just James in general, because he truly does inspire and support and prop up. And so many of the things that I want to do to help you and to help other people and to reach out and connect, a lot of those are inspired by James, but so many of them are inspired by other people here at this conference. There's a lot going on in the world right now. There's a lot of darkness, and I want to say that one of the benefits, and this is going on a social media diet, I haven't spent as much time scrolling social media and doom scrolling and looking at the absolute utter bullshit and darkness and insanity that we're living. And it's been so good for my mental health. Because when I go on social media, I mostly, with the exception of some places, I mostly see hatred and division and finger pointing and the other. And it brings darkness to my heart, and I know it brings darkness to other people. And I know that there are people living a much more terrifying darkness that they can't escape. I'm lucky and I'm privileged. But I want to share how incredibly powerful it has been being here, not focusing on those things, but focusing on the roughly 300 people who are here, and they're here to invest in themselves, in the community, in each other, and in the power of what storytelling is and how we can make a difference. The things we do in the stories we write and share, whether they're fiction or nonfiction, it doesn't matter. It is, as I have said before, about connections, about signals. And the signal may be a signal to someone else simply to say, you are not alone. I feel this too. Or I feel you. Or I see you. One of the most fundamental things we can do is acknowledge and respect that other person. And I see so much of it here at Superstars, and it energizes me, and it makes me want to give more. It makes me want to write more. It makes me want to put out those signals. So this, as James finished his talk and got a standing ovation, and I rushed up to thank him, close off the day so we could do the evening events like the dinners, etc., and just say a few words. And of course, give him a gigantic hug and tell him in a very proud voice how much I love him. Closed off the ceremonies and I walked down, and Tanya Hales, who you may have heard just a few episodes back, fellow family tribe member here from Superstars, artist, writer, creator, inspirer, someone who inspires me so much. She had stickers she had created years ago that came out with the coloring books she had created, the Animal Magica, and she'd given some to a bunch of us who were contributors, and I loved giving them to kids who came to my booths and saying, well, what's your favorite animal or creature? Oh, I love dragons. And so like, oh, here's a dragon that my friend Tanya drew. It's a sticker you can have. And so I bought a bunch of them. Partly I wanted to buy them just to support Tanya because she's so amazing. But the other one was I wanted to get more stickers because I love the look on those kids' faces when they get that favorite animal or creature. And Tanya was there with a box, and she's like, Mark, I've got your stickers. And I hadn't really seen her much yet. So it was great to see her and to meet her father. And, and I didn't get a chance, and I hope I get to chat with him again, and just to say thank you for Tanya. Thank you, and Tanya's mother, so much for how you lifted and supported her and nurtured her creativity and her passion for life. She is such an amazing human, and I'm honored to know her. So I need to tell him that, and I look forward to telling him that. But of the stickers Tanya gave me, there are some here that I think have some really important messages. And it was so funny because I was wondering what I was going to do for this episode because I had not had time to prepare. And there are some messages from the stickers, and I'm going to start with them. And they're just the most beautiful art, and there's a message. And the first thing I think is very applicable to what's going on today. No matter how you're affected or not affected or whatever it is that's going on in the world, is the first important signal to you that I want you to hear and understand is that your feelings are valid. Your feelings may not be my feelings. They may be different and are likely different than my own feelings, but they are valid, and I acknowledge and respect that. The other signal I want to share with you is that you are irreplaceable. Now, this is a message I've been telling authors here in several of the talks I've given, is that the humanity that you put into your writing, the personal touches, the nature, the perspectives that only you and you alone have, mean you are irreplaceable. Such an important message, particularly in an environment where we're made to feel less or we're not producing enough or whatever. Just know that you are irreplaceable. Another signal from another sticker is your opinions matter. Your opinions matter because your feelings are valid, but your opinions matter. And they should be shared openly with authenticity. And we should listen to other people's feelings, to other people's opinions and perspectives with as open a mind and as open a heart as possible, so we can learn and grow and connect and maybe recognize the signal that they're putting into the world. The last few is your best is enough. We beat ourselves up and try to be so much better and work harder and constantly shortchange what we have done. And there are going to be times when your best at one moment is different than your best at another. Your best in this circumstance is different than your best in another. Your best is enough, and you are enough. With that work and the things we put into it and the energy we invest, it takes a toll on us. So that leads to the next one, the next symbol here, the signal, I should say. It's okay to take a break. It's okay. It is okay to take a break. You need to give yourself a rest. You need to give yourself a physical rest, an emotional rest, a mental rest. I've taken a bit of a break from some of the horrifying, disgusting crap that's happening and connected with some really beautiful people that I love here. And that's been a bit of a break for me. It's also a recharging point for me too, even though I'm exhausted with interacting with everyone. And the final one, and I want you to hear this, and I want you to understand this. You are loved. I love that. There's a beautiful, proud, smiling pig on this sticker. You are loved. I'm telling you this right now. And I told the gathered tribe of superstars when I first addressed the crowd on the opening day. And I told them I love you. And I told them the reason I love you. And people would say, "But Mark, you have never met me. How could you love me?" Here's what I love about you. Even not knowing a specific. I told them, I know you're here. You have invested time and energy and a lot of money to be here. You've invested in yourself. And I love that about you. I love that you've done that because you've done that for yourself. And you've done that for the world because writers make the world a better place. And you investing in learning more about the business and craft of writing is investing in yourself and is investing in that connection that we need, that we writers bring to the world. So of course I love you. It's also because if people can hate people without knowing them, then I can damn well love people without knowing them. I need you, listener to this podcast, to know why I love you. I love you because you are listening right now. I love you because you have opened potentially your ears, your mind, your heart. You've opened yourself to taking in information, ideally because I believe you listen to this podcast for the same reasons why someone would attend Superstars writing seminars. You're investing in yourself. You want to know the stark realities of writing and publishing. So I love you, and I love that you're investing in that. I'm a little biased because, I love that you're listening to me, but I love that you're engaging in opening your mind and listening and taking in information. And I love that you're probably reflecting on what these signals, what these messages, what these words I'm saying, what they mean to you. Because what they mean to you may not mean the same thing to someone else who's listening to these same words. Because your feelings are valid. You're unique and beautiful and irreplaceable. Your opinions matter. You matter. Your best is enough. It's okay for you to take a break. And you are loved. Please keep investing in yourself. Keep investing in the craft, the business and learning, and the reflections along the way as we learn and we grow together. And remember that you are loved. I love you. And you matter. And I look forward to chatting with you again in the next episode. Thank you so much for listening. Until next week, and until next episode, this is Mark Leslie Lefebvre, wishing you great writing, good stark reflections, and a reminder of how important you are and how loved you are.
Thank you for listening to the Stark Reflections podcast. You can find show notes for each episode at starkreflections.ca.
The music for this podcast, Laser Groove, was composed and produced by Kevin MacLeod. Check out more of Kevin's great music at incomptech.com.